Welcome. I am Sister Who. With me today on the show, I have Chaplain Carridwen Brennan, who is a Wiccan chaplain who works with the Colorado Department of Corrections.
Correct.
And what we wanted to talk about today, I suppose, is subjective opinion for a lot of people. Why are ministers essential to the Department of Corrections? And which I suppose a lot of the things we'll come up with to answer that question could be equally asked about society at large. Why are ministers essential? But perhaps it's more clear within the crucible of the correctional system.
And considering that too much of society considers inmates disposable or irrelevant.
Well, the very notion of disposable people.
I know, it's offensive, yes. And the big thing that all chaplains do, all ministers in corrections or incarceration do, is bring that piece of humanity, bring that piece of compassion from the outside. That doesn't say, oh, poor baby. It says, okay, made some really bad choices here. No matter what ethical or religious system you're coming from, how do you re-examine that and rethink that?
In order for any society to function, there has to be some basis of morality. Some basis for determining right from wrong.
And both our religions and our law systems approach that from different directions, essentially.
But they're doing the same thing.
They claim to be doing the same thing.
They have the same goal. Not superficially, not consciously.
But yes, yes. So that we all play well together and don't run with scissors.
The basic idea, yes.
Yes.
You know, in order for us to function, anytime you've got more than one person in a place, you have to begin to create some basis for relatively peaceful mutual coexistence.
And that is the bottom line for prisons specifically, because what you're seeing there is a microcosm of the macrocosm and condensed. It's like condensed soup. It's got all the same stuff that we have on the outside.
When it's also a context that
denser.
Makes the issues much more black and white.
They certainly seem to be much more black and white, although there are and need to be shades of gray.
Well, black and white in the sense that we see them.
Yeah.
Not in the sense
well, and we've made decisions. You did a bad thing. We are putting you away. And that was a decision that society made. Now, in order for these people who did a bad thing to come back into our society, and what, 98% of them are going to at some point, in order for that to happen in a way that does not harm society, we need to have tools for them.
Theoretically shouldn't harm them either.
Well, obviously, because they are part of society. Even in prison, they are human. They are our family members, and they are part of our society. There is no away. Just like in the recycling concept. You can't throw anything away on, it's a finite planet. You can't throw people away. You can't. It doesn't work, it doesn't really happen. And it doesn't benefit anybody.
Well, no, it doesn't benefit anyone, and it's, I mean, somehow they sound weak to say, well, it doesn't benefit anybody, or it's a lame excuse, but it's even more at the level of being able to survive and able to function. There was a time when the prevailing belief or the predominant belief was, whatever you don't want to deal with, well, we just bury it in the landfill.
Right.
And then we discovered that chemicals were getting into the ground and actually poisoning our drinking water. And that's where it was attacking a level of functionality, the simple ability to exist, and we had no idea what we were doing.
Exactly. We had no idea what we were doing, and we did the same thing with prisons. There is no away.
And we're still doing the same
And
thing.
we are still doing it. And like I said, 98% of them are coming out sometime. 50% of them are coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have not helped them, not done it for them, but helped them to find coping skills, life tools, ways of
Things that
existing
guide choices.
that were better than they had when they came in.
Yeah.
They are not coming out better. There is no correction.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Well,
only
and-
warehousing and release.
Yeah.
And chaplains are part of the attempt, certainly, at providing correction from within an ethical or religious basis to provide them with more tools.
Developing a good and effective sense of conscience within the individual.
Exactly, helping them to get to that place because they still have to make the choice. Just like the educational tools are made available, GED, college training, technical skills are made available to them, they have to choose to take advantage of them and then to use them. And chaplains are the same. Here are some ethical concepts and tools. Here are some religious ideas for you to at least examine, and then you must choose. Is this what you want to do? Is this the direction you want to go in?